am at just a beautiful park right here in Salem, and it's part of the Capitol grounds. And Jim Bader, you are the park manager here, and it's part of our park system, our state park system. It's just a beautiful area to come to.
It is. Yeah, and this is what we call the State Capitol State Park. It surrounds the grounds of the Capitol. It used to be called Wilson Park, and a lot of people still refer to it as Wilson Park. It used to be a city park. But after the Columbus Day storm that decimated the area, the city decided that it would be better suited for the state to go ahead and take over management of it and add it to the Capitol grounds.
Well, they've done a beautiful job, and it's so much fun that there's sculptures. There's this beautiful fountain, and if we could talk about that sculpture right here, it's such a whimsical one of animals.
It is. It's really a favorite with the kids. You know, it's a number of bronze statues of whimsical type animals. It's called the Parade of Animals, and it was made specifically for children to interact and play with. So any given day you see children out here, they have a lot of fun with it.
And this beautiful fountain, and then right beyond it is these flags, this parade of flags here, which is a beautiful offset to the Capitol building.
Right. Yeah, and there's one flag for each state, and it's in the order of statehood. And behind them, closest to the Capitol, there's 9 flags, one for each of the federally recognized tribes of Oregon.
Yeah, we've been quizzing each other about which is which, so it's a lot of fun to come down and play with the family.
Part of the educational experience.
It's true. And there's so many different trees here that have a lot of history, and you're going to show us one right over here. Let's go. Jim, this tree has a very unique beginning, and where did it begin?
Well, the seeds were gathered and sent up on the Apollo 14 moon landing. And so along with several hundred other seeds for assorted trees, were taken on that space shuttle and then later returned and germinated. The trees were propagated, and there's trees from that shuttle mission that are planted across the country, and this is our representative here. And you'll see that it's surrounded by some other Douglas fir trees, and a part of that project was to see if there was any noticeable differences from those seeds that actually, went and orbited the moon. And so I think generally speaking, you'd be hard-pressed to try to find major differences, but who knows?
At night it probably glows or something.
Yeah.
Well, this is a heritage tree, Oregon heritage tree, and there's an older section of the grounds that are probably over 100 years old. So you said there's trees over there from that era.
And that's what we refer to as Capitol Park within the state park, and that's actually some of the oldest grounds in the Capitol, because we have an inventory of the grounds plantings from 1900, and we have identified about 10 to a dozen trees that we believe are remnants from that planting. So they're well over 100 years old, and some beautiful specimens.
So much history here, and so we have one more stop, and let's go over that way, and that's a fun one.
Sounds good.
Jim, this is a beautiful perennial and rose garden. It's just so colorful and so peaceful to be here.
It is. It's beautiful. We've got a number of perennial beds spread around the park, but I think this is probably one of my favorite here. It's the park is a park for all seasons. We were here earlier this spring when all the cherries were in bloom, and that's spectacular. But I think this is every bit as much a beautiful time to come and visit the park. You've got the beautiful floral display. You come out here, a nice sunny day. We've got 2 fountains here. The one, the Capitol fountain, with the sculpture, and at the far end, right in front of the Capitol, the wall of water, which is the play fountain. That's the one that everybody gets to cool off in a hot day like today. But even just being out here and sitting on the bench and just listening to the waterfall and that, it really is. It's beautiful and serene. Nice in the heart of Salem.
It is, and it's so nice that it's really easy for all of us to get there, and it's open 7 days a week, 12 months out of the year, and there's always something going on.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for inviting us down and showing us so many of the things, and I think that between the heritage trees and the beautiful flowers and the fountains, and it's just really a nice place to come.
It really is. This is our Capitol. And it's a real showcase, the park and the grounds around here. And we take real great pride in our responsibility for taking care of it. And I think it's great to have this available for people that come to visit their Capitol. It's kind of that whole experience that they leave with. It really makes it a worthwhile trip.
Well, thank you so much for taking such good care of it and inviting us down. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.